Vivi and Dr. Bob set up his first event. So it was an incredible event. I just really love how she continues to serve and so generous with her time. So I just want to encourage her. I mean, it's so amazing just seeing her, seeing how much she's grown, so proud of her and just grateful for her heart to serve. That's all I wanted to share.
Thank you. Yes, yes. I second what Lovey just shared, because I see it too, right? When on our, I Lovey, Jasmine, and I, we have our group text, our dedicated group text, because that's kind of like that's like a board of director group and all that. And then, but I see what Jasmine does with her team, like her people. She keeps inspiring them. She keeps motivating them. She keeps reminding them of our huddles and whatever we have going on. So yeah, simply amazing. It's so nice when you see someone really come into their own, right? All right, thanks for sharing that, Lovey. All right, who else? Who else has something to share? Before we get going with today's topic, I promise you today's topic is going to be it's very interesting. It's I would consider it part of personal development, but it's a topic that's rarely I don't recall if we've actually ever trained on it yet. And I think it's a good it's definitely a topic that everyone needs to hear about. So okay, we'll take one more share, and then we can get going. We probably will have people from Christine Zoom jumping in shortly anyway as well. So all right, anybody else who has something to share? Events. Who's excited about the road trip? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely so excited. That's the first time we have like our CEO and our six stars, at least in the 2 years that I've been in, that they're gonna be in San Diego. So I'm so excited. So Carlin,
Yeah, hi, Nilbert. I just posted, so we're doing a live event, I mean, a Zoom event today with Adrian at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on a Zoom. So I just posted it. And
nice.
then, yeah, I'm excited that I was on the call with Samsung and Holly last night about the trip, about the kinetic van trip. So,
Oh,
yeah, we're
nice. Nice.
excited. So, yeah. So anyway, I just posted that, and Adrian's at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Amazing. All right. Okay. All right. We'll dive right into this. So today's topic that I wanted to share with you guys, again, it's not I would say it's not rare, but it we haven't really talked about it, or we haven't really trained on it. And I think it's very important, especially it doesn't matter if you've been doing this for a while. It doesn't matter if you're new to this, if it's your first time in this industry like myself. I kind of, in the 2 years that I've been doing this, as a first timer in the industry, I kind of realized that this is, like with anything else, there's a right way to do things, there's a wrong way to do things, right? So I'm not going to have slides today. I want to talk to you guys directly, face to face. So if you have your pen and paper ready, get ready to take some notes, and we'll get going. So today's topic that I'd like to share with you is building the right way, etiquette standards in network marketing. Yeah? Okay. Thank you for joining for today's personal development session. I want to start again. It's something that's rarely discussed. It's not strategy. It's not compensation. It's not even prospecting. Today we're talking about how you carry yourself as a professional in this industry, right? Your etiquette, your loyalty, and your leadership integrity. Don't you agree? These are very important uh, aspects of our business, right? Because here's the truth, your character will either open doors for you or quietly close them behind your back. I'm going to say that again. Your character will either open doors for you or quietly close them behind your back. Let's get into what it means to build a business the right way. So, etiquette is culture, right? We have such a wonderful community, and we're building this community, and etiquette is such an important part of our culture. It isn't about being proper. It's about creating a culture of respect, consistency, and trust, right? When people join our teams, they don't just buy into a product or a compensation plan. They buy into how we operate, how we do business, right? So, what is good etiquette in this business? Well, okay, I'm just gonna rattle off a few. I'm sure those who have been doing this for a while can probably think of more, right? But number one, like don't poach from other companies or teams. It's a big no-no, right? Don't cross recruit. It's a big no-no as well. Okay. Don't burn bridges just because you think the grass is greener, like on the other side. Like people get attracted with, shiny objects, right? Don't don't gossip about leaders or ex-teammates. Don't bash other companies. Build your own instead. Like whenever I've presented and and the topic does come up about other companies and all that, I usually just say, you know what, hey, I'm sure they have amazing products too, or I'm not sure exactly what they have in their products, but I can tell you what we have in our products, right? I mean, it's always the better way to go, right? Because believe me, when you start bashing other companies, it's not gonna come across well anyway to the prospect, right? The industry is big, but your reputation follows you. So build it carefully. Okay. Okay, let's talk about loyalty, right? The currency of leaders. Loyalty is the currency of leaders. Loyalty is more than just staying in your company. It's actually believing in what you're building, even when it's hard. Does that make sense? Right? Loyalty is just it's not just about staying in one company. It's believing in what you're building even when it's hard. Right? Loyalty looks like, trusting your upline even when you may disagree, right? Or you may not understand fully, okay? I definitely had to do a lot of that.
I'm trying to say you.
Okay. Got it. George got it. Okay. Um So I had to do a lot of that as someone who was very new to the industry. I had to be coachable. I had to really start from scratch. So I had to rely on my mentors a lot. Now, did I have missteps? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. There were, some some things that like I followed kind of like blindly, or I was just following because I didn't know any better. But then as I got more experience in this industry, I was able to discern better, okay, the right way to do things and the wrong way to do things, right? So trusting your upline even when you disagree or you don't fully understand. Defending the mission when others criticize it. That's key, right? Staying committed even during the slow months. That's definitely what that means the world of difference to those who succeed and those who, basically who those who quit. They move off to a different company, they simply quit, or, we don't grow by hoping, by hopping from opportunity to opportunity. Just doesn't work that way. I mean, I'm only 2 years in, and I already definitely understand that concept. I'm sure George, being 30 plus years, definitely understands and really knows, what I just, talked about. We don't grow by hopping from opportunity to opportunity. If you look at our leaders, our top leaders, our gold diamond, our 6 stars, right? They're all building one company, right? So we grow by watering the seeds we already planted. You might not see results in month one or even year one, but if you keep showing up with belief and loyalty, people will follow your lead. Okay. Credibility. Okay. Number three is credibility. Okay. So we already talked about number one was etiquette is culture, right? Number two, we talked about loyalty, right? Number three, we're talking about credibility. Actually, you know what? Regarding sticking, like growing where we grow by watering the seeds of what we already planted. I want to share with you something that I saw just yesterday, actually. It's a real short story, but I think it's very relevant. So, a student asked his master, "Why do I keep failing?" Right? No matter how hard I try, the master smiled and pointed to a bamboo tree. Okay. Do you see this bamboo? The master asked. When you plant a seed, nothing grows for 5 years. Right? You water it every day, you give it sunlight, and still nothing. Okay. People start laughing at you. Right? People start doubting you, people start mocking you, right? But in the fifth year, right, something incredible happens. The bamboo shoots up 60 feet in just 6 weeks. Okay. The master looked at the student. The tree wasn't growing above the ground, it was growing below it. That really caught me, right? Those roots were building strength. So when it finally rose, okay, no storm could bring it down. Your time will come too. Okay. Just because you can't see growth doesn't mean it isn't happening, right? Be patient. Keep watering your dreams. The roots are growing, and one day, right, your rise will be unstoppable. So I thought that was so beautiful. I saw that yesterday, and as I was preparing for this training, I said, "Oh wow, like God is like sending me more, more stories to share with the team." So number three is credibility. Okay, your most valuable asset in this business. People join people, not products, and what they're really looking for is credibility. Okay, so how do you build it? Be consistent. If you disappear for 3 weeks, your team notices, right? Be congruent. If you preach wellness but never take the product, it's kind of not credible. Would you agree? Right? Be clean. Avoid drama. Avoid emotional outbursts and passive aggressive posts, online or whatever, right? Credibility means I trust this person to lead me even when things get hard. And credibility is lost faster than it is built. So you have to guard it very, very well. Okay. Number four, coachability. I just mentioned this, right? I had to be coachable when I just started because I didn't know anything about this industry. But coachability is the shortcut to growth. Right? Here's the truth that hurts some egos. The more coachable you are, the faster you grow. We all come into this business with different backgrounds: military, right? Medical, teaching, engineering, entrepreneurship. But none of that replaces being open to learning this business model. Okay. Coachability sounds like, what would you do in this situation? Or I'm ready to be mentored, right? Or I don't have it all figured out, but I'm willing to learn. Believe me, it is not weakness, it is wisdom. Okay. The fifth point right here is something that's very near and dear to me because, again, maybe because I have 22 years of military kind of like background, but it's also in my personality. Like, if I always considered myself a sheepdog. I have that kind of um, natural tendency to protect my own, to protect my family, right? Protect your team like family. Your team is your tribe, your pack, your family. So, what does it mean? What does protecting your team means? Not over promising results. Be real with them, right? Don't like, oh yeah, you join me and then you're gonna be rich in so quickly, right? Don't overpromise. Tell them exactly how it is. Hey, it's gonna be tough, right? Here's the potential. Even the video that we're sharing right now, right? Even when Corbin says, we have partners who are earning as low as $50 to as high as over 50,000 a week. That's not an exaggeration. It's true, but the one thing that comes to that is that we have to put in the work. So don't overpromise results, right? Make sure they're not misled by hype, right? Pour into them consistently. Being available during tough times, that's very key because everyone goes through tough times. And the more, the more they will need you, during tough times, right? Celebrating them more than you celebrate yourself. Okay. A true leader creates a safe and empowering space for others, to rise. Your team shouldn't feel like a sales quota, right? That's important because again, in our industry, we do have promotions. We do have like whenever, I don't know if they'll ever come back up with those, with those big packs with the PowerPoints and all that. Now, don't get me wrong. It is always a good strategy to take advantage of promotions, right? But don't pressure your team even to just really drive the promotion if you know they're either financially not able to to absorb it, or if they don't really need those many products at that time, right? Be mindful of where they're at, right? So your team shouldn't feel like a sales quota. They should feel like a calling, right, to do this. Number six, trusting your leadership. Okay. This one's hard for a lot of people because, personality, there's a lot of difference, right? Trusting your leadership. So trusting the people ahead of you, even when it's not how you would have done it. Okay. That's one thing. It's sometimes that kind of causes friction. We say we want duplication, but you can't duplicate rebellion. You can't duplicate criticism or division and still expect unity, right? Your leader isn't perfect, but if they've gone where you want to go, trust the roadmap. So, okay, that's very key, what I said. If they've gone where you want to go, trust the roadmap, even if it's familiar. Now, what does that mean? Like I'm following my leaders because I know they've succeeded they've succeeded in this industry. I know that they have like over 20 years of experience, over 30 years of experience. Heck, Christine, over 40 some years of experience, right? I know what they've achieved. I know how they do business, and I trust their judgment. So even if the roadmap is unfamiliar, I'm going to defer to their wisdom. Does that make sense? But honor isn't blind loyalty, right? It's choosing alignment over ego. All right. Now, again, the same goes like if you have a leader that is not going the way you in your heart, where the company or where your business should go, right? You need to reach out to like other leaders, right? You need to discern properly, right? Don't ever sacrifice or don't ever compromise your credibility, your own values by just following a leader blindly if you know that leader's not leading your team the right way. Does that make sense? Right? Because in the end, you're responsible for your own business. You're the CEO, right? So in that same token, when you see someone in your team, in your downline, violating a lot of these principles, then you have to address it, right? You have to address it because all it takes is one toxic person to really poison the whole team, right? You don't want that. You don't want drama. You don't want toxicity for sure. Okay. Um, so final reminders of how to build the right way. And don't worry, for you, those of you who weren't able to really take down notes, I do have a PDF handout that I'm going to again share on the chat that you guys can download, like kind of like the bullet points of everything I talked about. Okay. So final reminders, how to build the right way. So let's tie this all together. Okay. When you build with etiquette and integrity, right? You create a lasting foundation, right? You will attract high quality partners, okay? Grow from a place of peace and not pressure, okay? Sleep well at night knowing you're not cutting corners, right? You can build fast or you can build deep. If I were you, I would write that down, right? You can build fast or you can build deep, right? Depth is what sustains momentum, right? Yes, we have amazing promotions, and it's always a great idea to take care of those promotions. And with a raise of hands or the emoji, if you agree with me, like whenever we have promotions, you see a spike in your cycles, right? Because we have something exciting going on, right? But then it's just a spike, and then after the promotions are gone, and then you go back down, right? So depth is what sustains momentum. If you build deep, if you duplicate, if you help your team do what you're doing and they get people enrolled, they get on SmartShip and all that, guess what? That is depth that will sustain momentum. That is depth that will actually keep you going consistently, like build up those cycles consistently week after week after week, right? So let me leave you with this, right? The way you do anything is the way you do everything, right? This business isn't just about money. It's about becoming someone your future team can trust, follow, and duplicate. So I challenge you this week, audit your etiquette, not only for you, but for your team, right? Up level your integrity and commit to building the right way, even when no one is watching, right? That's how you leave a legacy. So I'm going to read to you another something I saw from one of the pages I follow, Ryan Blair. He's an amazing faith-based builder, right? Don't pray for an easier path. Okay, pray to become the kind of leader who can walk through the fire and keep building anyway. All right. Pray to become the kind of leader who inspires others with your example of never giving up. Okay. So, my friends, that's what I leave with you today. A topic that, again, I know that we don't really talk about a lot. So, but I think it's very important for everyone to really have that, you know, uh, have that foundation of building the right way, and building the right way always starts with our etiquette standards, especially in this industry. This is that will separate us from every other company out there, because I can tell you, there's a lot of companies out there that really don't hold to this, to the kind of the right etiquette standards. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to open it up to the floor for anyone. I know we have a lot of leaders here who have experienced this, who already know this like the back of their hands, like maybe George and, being in the industry for over 30 years. I'm sure they can chime in and even add the nuggets of wisdom. In the meantime, I am going to, in the chat, I'm going to drop that PDF file, kind of like bullet points, for you guys to be able to download. Okay. All right.
Something that I said, it was amazing. Like you said, we don't cover this as much at all, actually. It's so important. Something that I will add is, when you are depressed or in a bad mood, call your upline. When you're excited, call your downline. Not the other way around, because as soon as you do it the other way around, imagine what can happen. Just imagine where your energy flows, where your focus is, your energy flows. But excellent presentation. There are so many. You saw I wrote a lot of stuff on the right side. I'm sure I missed some points, because there were so many great points too. It's one of them, growth for a place of peace, no pressure, and that's very important. Sometimes when we feel that we are how you say, you say, okay, I have so much things to do. What do I do? What do I do? We are transferring that to our organization too, and we don't know it. It's why to make sure is that we are in a place of peace, because this business is simple. It's not easy. You see, simple and easy doesn't mean the same thing, because we are fighting our internal our subconscious. We are fighting what other people say. We are fighting all our limitations. The cool thing is that we can change and become better, because we can change. That's one. William James, a famous psychologist at the beginning of the 1900s, he said the greatest discovery is not that the train or the airplane or anything like that. He didn't say anything about the internet because it didn't exist. But anyway, that's not the best discovery. The best discovery is that people can change. When you think that, oh, that's the way I am, that's not the way that you are. If you feel that you are limited, we can change, we can improve. If we want to quote the scripture, repentance, you go to the real meaning means change. That's what it means, change. We always we change to be better, improve to be better, and that's something that I wanted to say. But anybody wants to say something, because I was so excited that you took this topic when you told me that you were going to do it. It was amazing. Oh, that's true. Caroline saying something powerful. Don't look left or right. Look forward without any distraction. It's easy to get distracted, by the way. Somebody negative, somebody that doesn't understand the business, somebody that is, who knows? I know gonna go into details, but we have had to block some people for our calls. It's just that you're never gonna know now who or what happened, because they became so sadly negative, a poison, always trying to bring down everything. Go ahead, Jasmine. I think you are saying hi.
Hi, yes, good
Go ahead.
morning, everybody. And thank you, Nilbert. Yeah, I'm just so grateful for you. You are that leader that, we want to follow. You're a great example. You lead with integrity, and just want to let you know how grateful I am. I mean, him and between him, Lovey, and they just always make themselves available to me and the people that I meet just immediately, like as soon as I get an appointment, I just text them and they respond right away. They're just there for me all the time. So you're just like an amazing example to me. And I'm really excited that we get to go to Cabo together on Thursday. And I love that story too, of like waiting and being patient and not seeing the growth. And sometimes we feel that struggle, but you and Lovey always just help me to persevere and to have faith. I mean, this is a faith business. We work and work and work. We don't see the fruit of our labor, but sometimes we do. And that's when we get excited. Like we know that God's still working behind the scenes. So I appreciate lining myself with visionaries like you and George and all the leaders, and being able to be at the convention, the conference, and feel that energy and that pure, I don't know, it's just, it's nothing like being on Zoom, right? Being in person and seeing each other face to face and giving hugs and all that. That's, we have real relationships here. And that's what I definitely love about this business, is that we're, people who really care for other people. And someone else had said, like, who else calls you and just asks how you're doing? This has made me a better friend to other people too, like to just call and give a note of encouragement or a text, be the one to initiate, be proactive in, not just our health, but like in our relationships and in that part of our mental health is having, a community and being part of having friendships, and so this is definitely, teaching me that, and it's gotten me out of all the, negativity that I used to just dwell in my own self, and takes me out of myself, and being able to serve other people and see how they're doing. And then, this is a definitely, been a learning experience for me. And I just love it. I love being able to partner with you and with everyone here on this call with our purpose and our mission for creating a better community, both in our health, both also spiritually, physically, So I'm thankful for you. And I didn't get to log on earlier. My phone was having like issues, but I did want to share good news about the event last night. We went to Dr. Bob's house and he had his first in-home event. He had like, I don't know if it was 25 guests, and he was able to present, and it was amazing. We had great response from his friends, and I helped him enroll somebody last night, and it was just incredible to hear his story, and just him and Vivian. They're they have such an incredible testimony on their background with pharmaceuticals and the medical side, and then now that he was always just into holistic health, and how he's partnered with us. And I know that he's creating a big team even at 79 years old. He's it's incredible to see him age, and he's like, and he had cancer too. So, it's incredible to see the health changes and the miracle stories that are in our business as a result of what the products do for people. All right, that's it. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. Maylene, go ahead.
Thank you, George. Excuse me. Well, first of all, I love everything you said, Jasmine, like from your acknowledgement of Nilbert and Lovey, your gratitude, and then just talking about Dr. Bob. How inspiring and how awesome that you went there and helped him enroll someone. That's just so cool. So I just want to acknowledge you for everything you've been doing, Jasmine. You're amazing. But I just want to also say, Nilbert, what an incredible presentation. And this is I've been going slowly at the business for a number of reasons I won't get into. So I feel sometimes I feel awkward sharing because I'm not like out there like getting fast to the 3-star, 4-star, whatever. But I'm so grateful for all of the leaders here. Like everything you shared, Nilbert, is just so like, this is what people need to keep in mind. And this is the kind of thing, all of these values you talk about, this is what builds not only a big business, but a lasting business where people want to work with you and they're deeply connected. Like just, what we experienced in Las Vegas last weekend or the weekend before, and then just these huddles. I don't know. I don't know how to express my gratitude for you, Nilbert, Lovey, Jasmine, for all of you, George and Adrian, everyone, all of you leaders are amazing. And I know these are lifelines for all of us, these huddles. And I'm just so appreciative of them. And thank you, Nilbert. Thank you for leading the way with this. This is a topic I think that we all need to visit and revisit every once in a while because I think it's really important. So thank you.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's so important topic. And by the way, the 3H continue today. We have Greg Ferraro doing a presentation today about numbers. He's a numbers person. He's an engineer of career. Most people don't know that. But he went from working in an office engineer to become a very successful in network marketing. He's actually my sponsor. Most people don't know that. But anyway, it's gonna be starting every hour. By the way, yesterday somebody was asking me if you go now, probably you're going to see the beginning of the presentation, or it's going to give you the timer, 45 minutes, 55 minutes, or whatever the time from now. But anyway, thank you very much. Anybody else has a comment? And again, a great, great, great call, Nilbert.
Hey, George, real quick. Is it Greg today or Lori?
No, Lori is on Thursday, I think. Let me
Oh.
make sure in case I
Yeah.
am confused here. Yeah, Lori is on Thursday. Tomorrow is Adrian. Friday. Oh, they changed the time. Okay. Yeah, because I was going to be on Thursday. Now she's on Thursday. I am on Friday. That means that most of you are going to be in the cruise and they are not, I'm in the cruise, in Cabo, and they are not going to hear me. That's okay. Or Lori, most of people are going to be Thursday and Friday and already in
George,
Cabo.
we always hear you.
By the way, Thursday morning and Friday morning, we are having calls still. I'm actually doing the call on Thursday morning. Make sure for those of you that are not going to be in Cabo, or if you're in Cabo, you can escape and say, hey, I have to hear something very important. No, you don't have to. Just have fun in Cabo. Have fun in Cabo. Anyway, Okay, thank you. And Caroline is going to be in Hawaii. Come on. That was good too, Caroline.
That's my
Okay.
mom. I have to go visit her.
I know. I know. It's a bad place to go. I know, but somebody has to do it. Okay. All right. Anybody else before we go? Cool. All right. Okay. Get ready because next week there's going to be another announcement. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not sure. I have to say that I'm not sure. But I'm working also on something that I have a meeting with. Oh, I cannot say it. I cannot say it yet, but because I don't want to. But anyway, something else that's going to happen later. But anyway, thank you very much. Have an amazing, fantastic, supercalifragilistic day. Wow. Mary Poppins, in case.
Thank you, George.
Thanks,
Thank you.
George. You're
You're
amazing.
awesome.
Thank you,
Have an
George.
amazing.
Thank you,
George.
George.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you,
George,
You're
everybody.
Nilbert.
fabulous.
Thank you, George.
Thank you,
Thanks.
George. You're
Thank you.
fabulous.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Bye.
George.